The two brothers want to be together.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the LuckyFerals.
It's 7 a.m. Simba has been sleeping on the bed all night. I mean, at least as far as I know. I went to bed at like 12:30 a.m. and Simba was laying on the bed. And Boo was on free roam last night. And I had the gates in the door to the bedroom, not in the door to Boo's room, in the door to my bedroom. And Boo was an absolute baby. He was crying and he was trying to get in the gates, and then Simba went over to the gates and they were kind of like poking each other through the gates, and then at one point it looks like Simba was going to climb the gates, and Boo would not settle down, and I wanted Simba to get a good night's rest, so I ended up having to go sleep in Boo's room to keep Boo quiet. So I slept on the daybed in Boo's room, and Boo slept in his cat tower, which was weird because normally when Boo is on free roam, he'll sleep either here where Simba is sleeping, or he'll sleep in the cat towers, like in the front windows. But he slept in his room because I was on the daybed, and I kept him quiet. Good morning, Stella. How are you? They have not been eating the crunchies in this feeder. I don't know what's going on with them. Hello, Splashy. How are you? Oh no, look at this. Look. That looks like fur. That would mean Stella and Splash got into some kind of fight. I don't know who that white fur is from. It's either from Stella or it's either from Splash. Stella and Splash just got their food. Since it's only the two of them, they're eating on a paper plate instead of a platter. It is really bad weather outside. Like, it is pouring rain and it's heavy winds, and we just got a flash flood warning, and it's only like 36 or 38 degrees out. So it's just gonna be a horrible day. And last night I threw out the peacock feathers because for the past I would say for the past 4 or 5 days, I have been having a ridiculous string of bad luck. Like, I don't remember the last time I've had this much bad luck at once. It's really like one thing after another, after another, after another. And, yesterday it was Simba and hurting his leg and him limping. And the day before that was like all kinds of ridiculous car problems. And the day before that was like all kinds of ridiculous business problems. And it goes on from there with some additional problems this past week. And as I was driving around dealing with all of this ridiculous stuff, I was like, the planets must be in some kind of really horrible alignment. I can't wait till things get better. And then I realized that, wait a minute, maybe it's those peacock feathers. Those peacock feathers have been in the house like just the past week. And that's when all this crazy stuff has been happening. And I am not one on superstition, so I was doing tons of research on peacock feathers to find some kind of rational or scientific information as to why on earth would peacock feathers bring bad luck, because so many people say they're very unlucky to have in the house. And there's usually some kind of element of truth in old wives' tales and superstitions. So I'm not taking any chances, and one of them was broken anyway, so I threw them out yesterday. Last night, took them out to the garbage, so let's see if my luck changes. 8:11 a.m. So one of the ways that I know Simba isn't feeling too well is that he's enjoying laying on the bed in this room by himself. Normally he'll like be trying to get out. He has been curious a few times, but I've been like, no, Simba, you're staying in the room. And he happily jumps back on the bed and kind of like, he's like luxuriating on the bed. I just gave him some crunchies on the bed. And he has his breakfast here, which he barely touched. And he has water and his litter box, so he's all set. I just gave him his food on the bed, and he's eating it. He is totally like enjoying all of the extra attention right now. Now, he's been jumping off the bed and jumping on the bed without any problems. Like, he has not been making any weird noise. He has not been like wincing in pain. And sometimes when he walks around, he does not limp. It's only this weird occasional limp. So I don't know what it is. Maybe he sprained it. Maybe he pulled something. I've like checked the leg. I don't see any like wounds. I don't see any swelling. He has no signs of a fever or anything. And he has an appetite. So to me, it does not seem like anything serious to the leg. I don't think it's broken. He's putting weight on it. He's moving it. He's stretching it. So, yeah, it's just like this weird limp going on. So he's confined to bed rest for today and tomorrow, I think. At least today. He just needs to rest his leg. It is 9 a.m. and Simba is hiding under the bed. I know you can't see him because it's really dark under there. Right now we're having thunderstorms. And when he heard thunder, he ran under the bed. So poor Simba. But that's good. Let him sit there and rest. It is seriously raining out. Hopefully Hydrox is in one of the shelters. I know he's someplace dry. He's a smart cat. 10:17 a.m. Stella's hanging out in the wheatgrass. It is 1:30 p.m. and Simba is hanging out on the bed. He was under the bed for a while, but now that it seems to have stopped raining, he's back on top of the bed. And this paw, this leg, is the one he's limping on. And just a little while ago, before I took the camera out, he was stretching both of his legs, which is a good sign. So he has full mobility in it, or what appears to be full mobility in it. And sometimes when he walks fine. And sometimes when he walks, he limps. Like, it's really weird. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. And he has no problem jumping on the bed. But he's also really enjoying being in this room by himself. And for him, that's weird because usually he'll try to get out after a while, but he really likes just hanging out in here. And look, I put one of the round cat beds here for him. Right now, Splash is sleeping in a round cat bed and Stella is sleeping in the shark downstairs. And I'm just about to let Boo out of his room and give him free roam, and I have to get going. I have to head over to my office for the afternoon. So, all right, Simba, you hang out here and you rest, okay? It is 7:38. I just got home, and on the way home I stopped off at PetSmart and I bought some wheatgrass for Simba. And you know, after you grow your own wheatgrass, the wheatgrass in the store like doesn't look as good. Like, this is kind of yellowy and brown. I mean, it still has some life left and still is interested in it, but it's nowhere near as good as fresh wheatgrass. And I actually feel like I need to wash it because it's been sitting in the store, because I don't know who's been, like, you know, handling it and what's been falling on it. So I'm gonna wash this, and then I'll give it to Stella for a little while I feed Hydrox, and then after that I'm gonna give it to Simba. Okay, I'm giving Hydrox a full can of food and some fresh water, and I know he's around here somewhere because when I went to get my bag out of my car, he was walking across the lawn. It looked like he was coming from a neighbor's house. And here is the Thermo Kitty Cafe. There's some dirty water in it, and the food bowl's empty. There is quite a bit of dry food in the feeder. I only gave Hydrox half a can of food because I figure if he was really hungry, he'd be like eating the dry food also, and it looks like no one's been touching the dry food, and yeah, he's only getting half of a can. There goes Hydrox. He's going to the dry food, and then he'll probably eat some of the wet food. Okay, so for a cat that has been limping, he just jumped the gate out of the room. He jumped the gate out of the room, walked around like he was fine, jumped the gate back into the room, and now he's walking around like he's fine, but I'm giving him the wheatgrass. The reason I bought it is because it's very healthy for him. It's very alkalizing for his system. It's loaded with vitamins and minerals and biophotons and just lots of really great stuff because it is a living food. It is a raw living food, and it should help him heal whatever his issue is, and it should help him feel better also. And he's really digging in, and I don't know, now Boo's trying to like get out of his room. So, okay, Simba, I'm gonna leave you here right now with your wheatgrass. This is your appetizer, and I'm gonna come back with your meal. You're gonna stay in this room a little while longer because you need to heal. I don't want you running around. I don't want you jumping on things, okay? He's not listening to me. He's just enjoying the wheatgrass. Okay, I just gave Simba his dinner. He's having the same thing as everyone else. He is having primal raw venison nugget and a primal raw pheasant nugget and some water. And he needs to relax and rest. I still don't want him running around with the other cats because they'll start, you know, playing and chasing him, and I want him to relax. I want you to relax. He has wheatgrass to eat, he has dinner, he has water, he has litter, he's purring, he has everything he needs. Okay, he just jumped onto the bed and he wants me to pet him, so I've been petting him. I'm also trying to put the TV on, and it's a Samsung Smart TV, so it has like YouTube built into it. The problem is it takes a while for the TV to prepare itself from the time you turn it on. I'm not too thrilled with Samsung products lately. They used to be really great. For a while I felt like Samsung was really on top of their game, but lately not so much. And the TV is fairly new. But once the TV prepares itself, I should be able to put some videos on for Simba. I'm thinking I'm going to put some LuckyFerals videos on so he could watch them and not feel lonely here in the room by himself. Right, Simba? Right, Simba? 9:48 p.m. Simba's laying on the bed. He's purring. I've been hanging out here with him. I just edited tonight's video and posted it online. Simba likes having the company. He's really happy here on the bed. And other than jumping the gates when I came home, which I think he did because I came home and he was really excited that I was back. Other than that, he's been really happy on the bed. Right, Simba? I want him to get some really good rest. I just gave Boo a crunchy mouse. I'm putting him in his room for the night so I could get some sleep with Simba. Hopefully Simba will get a good night's sleep. He needs some good rest. But with the thunderstorm and all of the high winds and stuff, he hasn't been resting as much as he should be. It's 11:15 p.m. I want to go to bed, but Splash is talking to me. I've been telling him that Simba's in my room. I said, Splash, your brother's in my room. Brother's in my room, Splash. He's trying to get better. He hurt his leg. Okay, Splash? Simba's in my room. You could come see him. You want to come see him? Every time I try to bring Splash near the door, he runs away. You want to go see Simba? You could see Simba. He stopped talking now that I put the camera, but he was really meowing at me. Would you want some crunchies? Is that why you're meowing at me? Good night, Splash. Good night, Stella. Have a good night. Good night, Boo. I let Simba out of the room because he wanted to say hello to Stella and Splash. But I don't want him running around. But look at this. Look. Like, he walks around without a limp. He walks around fine. He jumps around fine. And then he starts limping. The two brothers want to be together. Splash wants to hang out with Simba. And Simba wants to say hello to Splash. So Simba's been like walking around fine without a limp. And he's been acting normal down here. And look. He just jumped all the way to the top of the cat tower. Look at that. All the way to the top of the cat tower. But he's still limping. Like, literally a half hour ago, he was limping in the bedroom. This cat doesn't make any sense. Like, he was hiding under the bed because he was in pain. And now he's jumping to the top of the cat tower. How's he going to get down? Is he going to do more damage to his leg? What are you doing, Simba? Are you going to stay here? You're going to sleep down here? You're going to stay here? You're going to make your leg worse, or are you going to get better? What are we going to do, Simba? How are you going to get down? I hope you don't jump from there. He hasn't been able to look out any windows while he was in my room. So maybe he's making up for lost time. Simba has decided that he's sleeping in the cat tower tonight, I guess. I don't know. Simba, is this where you're sleeping? How are you doing? Are you okay? Less than an hour ago, he was limping and hiding under the bed. And he's been running down the hall, down the stairs, jumping onto the top of the cat tower, and now he's in this cat tower. Simba, you're a weirdo. Simba, you know you're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. Are you in pain or are you not in pain? 1 minute you're limping, the next you're not. Then you go back to limping. This is the leg. This leg. Okay, Simba. Sleep well and feel better, okay? Maybe he just wanted to be near his mommy. Okay? Okay, Stella. Stella, you sleep well also, okay? Good night. Good night, Simba. Feel better. Thank you for watching this LuckyFerals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.